And hi, Ace. I'm just waiting for it to show up before I begin. Alright. Seems to have shown up, so what I'm gonna do today, or well, rather tonight, but in game it's day. Is I'm going to start training up my team so Macaron can evolve, and as well as ranking up my team in order to get like tougher missions. But first I just really want whatever the reward is for clearing the dojo, I don't remember. Which I don't think should take long at our current power. We'll find out. Got quite a lot to go through. Let's just do the mazes first. I'm gonna take all these teams down. All of them. Are you talking about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Universe, Ace? Hi, Ghost Shell. I don't know, everything, like, what I've heard about that game is that it's, it removes the turn-based elements of it, which you'd think would make it more exciting, but apparently, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it'd be tightly developed, but, you know, I guess I could always, attempt to play it. Hi, Retro Winnipeg. Yeah, that's right. The new Sun Moon anime is gonna be a school show. It's gonna be really cool. Alright, there's the stairs. Maybe, I don't feel my voice has really changed much. Oh. Alright. First team down. Well, no, it's actually, Ash is just gonna flunk and drop out, just like me. It's not these, like, regular bases I'm concerned with, it's more like, because last time I lost an HM to, Team Constrictor because the leader had Bullet Seed, and basically I got owned. But I've got a plan for Team Constrictor once we get to them, so stay tuned for that. Alright, leveled up. Yeah. Personally, all I'm hoping for from the Sun Moon series is that it's fun to make YouTube poops of. Hi, Kira. Oh yeah, I can walk on lava. But I don't want to walk too much on lava, otherwise that's a good way to get teams separated. If only there were more dungeons with lava, then I could take more advantage of that in, well, any given playthrough of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I doubt Paul's ever gonna return to the main series anime, unfortunately. Alright, now that I'm awake, let's find these stairs. There's a lot of Ponyta. Okay, just all over the lava. Oh, alright. Now I'm willing to bet that this Ponyta has Flash Fire, so I'm just gonna do this. Alright, you did it, Macaron. Good job. Oh yeah, so what I was gonna say about my voice is, like, I recently auditioned for, like, the Gold Crow's Super Mystery Dungeon playthrough. To be honest, I don't think I did that well, because, like, this audition was for really minor roles, and I don't know, I had a harder time getting, like, into it than I expected, so it's like I noticed, like, particularly during the last few Explorers of Skies playthroughs, like, I'd really get into it, especially voicing Chatot. Do I want to follow that link, that ghost shell? Well, you know, Retro, in my YouTube poops, Ash, like, literally dies all the time, so the cave is nothing special. In fact, like, in this new project I'm working on for, like, the next Pokemon YouTube poop, I specifically, like, make fun of the fact that I keep having Ash and friends die all the time. Alright. I'm just gonna follow a Ghost Shell's link really fast. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? It's a bit of a pain to convert this URL, but, you know, I'm hoping it'll be worth it. Wow, that's really making the sound lag. Oh. Okay, I see why. Okay, that's... Yeah, OBS, I'm done actually computing other stuff. The DS emulators back to full focus. Ash, Greninja. Oh gosh, I honestly don't know, like... they put in all that hype just for Ash Greninja to lose in its moment of triumph. Basically, if there's one thing you can count on in my YouTube poops, it's for Ash to die. Repeatedly, in weirder and weirder ways. Oh, and I accidentally selected normal maze. Okay, well, I don't think I have an just take the mistake. It's like, it's easy enough to escape this place. I don't need to use an escape orb. Hi, Jared. I'm just, going through the dojo mazes, because I want the reward for what you get when you clear the dojo, and then after that I'm gonna start, doing some high-ranked missions in order to rank up my team and thus get access to, tougher missions so I can level up Macaron better to evolve. I don't know, it's like with the Sinnoh League one, it's like clear the... It seems to me the writers do want Ash to win, but they keep getting like forced not to by like the executives. Ooh, in what game, Ghost Shell? Alright. We're a really tough team, we're gonna climb to the top of the dome. Oh my gosh, the Ultra Beasts. I love the Ultra Beasts. They're like, I love when Pokemon does weird stuff and well, they take the cake. Like, I can't wait to see who the other Ultra Beasts are. And really interested to find out, like, what their role in Sun and Moon's gonna be. Gosh, I think it's like in 2 months. Yeah, I think it's 2 months that, roughly 2 months that Sun and Moon come out. And that makes sense. I remember Retro being like a frequent commenter. Whoa! Magnitude 10? Oh my gosh! Diglett! How could you? Magnitude 10! Okay. Well, now I know to not take these Diglett lightly. These 8-inch Digletts. Good shot, Razor. I think Diglett's like one of the smallest Pokemon, so just that creating this giant earthquake. The theory of a Lily being UV01? Yeah, that's one thing I want to find out, is if, like, if they're actually gonna do that, like, where the Ultra Beasts are, or have, like, human disguises. Watch the twist of the game being, like, you are an Ultra Beast. And it's like... But it's okay because your Pokemon still love you, and so that's why you decide to stay in the human disguise for the rest of the post-game. Yeah, Rescue Team sprites sometimes, like, have some inconsistent coloring between the evolutionary lines, and that's like one of the main edits in the Explorers games, is that they recolored many of said sprites. Hi Josie. I'm glad you could make it. Yeah. Because, like, Explorers was essentially what Chunsoft did in order to develop Explorers is they took the ROM for Blue Rescue Team and worked from there. So, like, it's literally built on top of it. And oh my gosh, 3 Wobbuffets. And so, basically they had to start all over for the move to 3DS, because I know there are 2D games for 3DS, but I think those are like specifically eShop ones. I don't know, but just like for the 3DS ones they had to start completely over for whatever reason. And that's why, like, Gates kind of ended up unfinished. Whereas it was Super when they finally, like, got all the Pokemon models and portraits ready. I've never seen that theory, Ace. I've seen the theory of the Sun-Moon protagonist's parents being the former Team Magma and Aqua members. Oh, Razor, are you gonna be okay? Well, even when you're cursed, you're still proud of your legs. That's good. It's okay, Josie. You didn't miss much. Right now, I'm just going through the dojo to try to, because if I remember correctly, there's a reward for clearing out the dojo, and then after that, I'm just gonna train up, since, like, the next story missions are the fields for the legendary beasts, but Ghost Shell said I'm still kind of under-leveled for that, and plus, like, I do want to get Macaron evolved. Macaron's at level 28. Oh god. We need to get this Ghastly out of the wall. Alright, there we go. Well, Ace, the thing about the theory channels is that pretty much in order to make revenue on YouTube, you have to be a really constant uploader, so I honestly wouldn't doubt if they stretched it in order to have a video to put out. Macaron, despite being 10 levels under me and Razor, has the highest HP of all of us. Oh no! Razor! Razor! I can't believe you! Well, that's more Ghastly's fault. Okay, I have to go get Macaron back. I'm gonna take out some items to tell, as a way to tell Macaron I'm really sorry. Really, really sorry. Yeah, that's the thing, like, I know in my original Red Rescue Team playthrough, I've died to, Razor's Bullet Seed before, and so yeah, that's... history repeats itself. I know, Macaron, I'm really sorry. Take these gummies as our... Well, at least I didn't have any HMs on me this time. Wait, I have to add Macaron to the team. Alright, now we're talking, Macaron. And you have got a beautiful house here, too. I wonder if I have a person band. That's probably a thing that should probably be Razor's hold item. Because I don't want to... Yes. I don't want to get bullet seeded by Razor again. Okay. Yes, Makuhaidu. This time, we're gonna not die, hopefully. Alright, Razor, now, let's give this to you. Oh, dang, I lost the X-ray specs. Well, hopefully I find another pair. I may be confused, but I can still walk up the stairs just fine. Arg. It's gonna take forever to get us out of... to get that Ghastly out of the wall. At least Macaron has own tempo, thank goodness. So basically, I've got person band on a Razor who won't get confused. Macaron doesn't get confused, and if I get confused, I can just switch to throwing items. I think Macaron needs to be at, like, I think the evolution for, Slowpoke to Slowbro is, 36, I think? I don't know for sure. I just remember after looking it up, I was like, oh, so basically once Macaron catches up to us, will be evolution time, and these Ghastly are really getting on my nerves with this wall. This just being in walls. Just hiding in the protective walls. Oh, okay. Nice. Well, I guess the secret to owning a dojo in the Mystery Dungeon universe is to know your enter cards. Just set it all up so then your dojo becomes a warp to all these mystery dungeons. Oh yeah, that's like one of the main uses of throwing items, is basically giving you an attack when you're confused. What's this? Okay. Well, I can throw this over the wall. How do you like that? Oh wait, the Graveler Rocks can hit them in walls? I didn't know that. Alright, then we'll Now we never have to visit this place again. One thing I'm kind of bummed that Super didn't follow up on was like the world building in terms of like the element of enter cards from Gates to Infinity, because that was like a I really liked how it was like Pokemon had technology like that to try and like basically turn the Mystery Dungeon system into their advantage instead of being subject to just the dungeon spawn, or I don't know, but I just really like the world of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and thinking about like how this stuff works. And my personal theory for the games is that like every few years the Mystery Dungeons on the planet like realign, like dungeons will spawn and other dungeons will despawn, and that's why the dungeons on the continents are different between each game and Super. Cause like, for example, the continent that Rescue Team takes place on is named in Super as the Wind Continent, but it doesn't have dungeons in common with the Rescue Team games. And then the Explorers Continent is named as the Grass Continent, and most of the dungeons are different, but I think like Zero Isle is still a dungeon in Super, but they changed it, so... Oh, wait. What? Did you maybe conquer all the training courses? That's amazing, you! Congratulations! Hi, Ghost Shell. I just got through all the regular mazes. I promised you a reward for completing the training courses. Yeah, Super's version of Zero Isle is really easy. So, here it is. My Bonsly doll. Isn't it smashing, hey? Alright, we got the first statue. Now let's prove ourselves against the other teams. But yeah, it was primarily like finding out that Zero Isle was in Super, but then like finding out that Zero Isle's been changed to be really easy is like... So, perhaps that is... It's like, makes enough sense that... Arg. Well, these floors are short. I'm not too concerned. My headcanon for Xatu is just that when the dungeons changed between games, Xatu just went to seek out a dungeon anywhere that had the same music that Great Canyon did. And that place just happened to be on the Sand Continent. Alright, now time for my plan. Oh, I can't switch leaders. Okay, well... I'm just hoping this will be enough to avoid getting bullet seeded. Okay, now, so... Octillery? I don't... Octillery. Ha. Well, I do not want to get bullet seeded by you, so... all that's left is you. Yeah, that is a good theme. Definitely glad the Great Canyon theme made a return in Super. Alright, more ginseng. Team Hydro. Okay, I'm a little bit concerned, but it's like... You know, Ghost Shell, like, synthesis spam really, saved me in one of the post-game dungeons, cause, like, eventually it was whittled down to just, like, my partner, who's a Bayleaf, and so I was playing as them, and synthesis pretty much was the reason I survived. Well, while I was playing as them, I survived the rest of the dungeon. Aww. Hopefully your dog enjoys the stream, Josie. Dogs are really precious. You know, I can wake up. God, why is the Y button so loud on this? Blastoise, huh? I'm already thinking I might try to switch positions with Razor, so that way he's lined up for Bullet Seed. Macaron, why? Okay, these guys aren't messing around. Dang, I gotta go apologize to Macaron again. Should have taken Razor. You know this is all yours. Hey, we're both reptiles. Oh no, Macaron's permanently part of the team. I just have to go get him from his friend area. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Macaron's them. Because in every mystery dungeon except Explorers, I don't think like they gender most Pokemon, so like genders for anyone can just be whatever you want. Oh, all it means is that all I mean by permanent members, like once you've like gotten them from out of the dungeon you recruited them in, then like whenever they faint in a dungeon, that means they won't be lost forever. So like, since I recruited Macaron long ago, that means that anytime Macaron faints now, they'll be you know, still on the team. Yeah, anyway, just one more dojo place to get through, and I gotta get me some new X-ray specs somewhere. Yeah, that's... nothing particularly bad happened. That's a thing I've done in every game except for Gates to Infinity. Is always coming up with like a third go-to member, or in the case of explorers, a third and fourth. I don't remember why I didn't designate a third or fourth in Gates to Infinity. Oh yeah, I think it was because the game forces like its other characters for like the story missions. So I guess like I ended up thinking there was no point to having any like go-tos, since I wouldn't be able to take them on some story missions, unlike explorers. No, Ace, it's because when a Pokemon faints after you've recruited in Rescue Team, like in the dungeon you recruit them in, if they faint, then they're gone. But once you escape the dungeon, whether you complete the dungeon or you use an escape orb, then the Pokemon becomes permanent. So basically, Ace, if you're already far past the part where Absol joined a team and like you still have Absol, then Absol's permanent. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Oh wow. Alright, we've got this. Gosh, I remember in Gates to Infinity specifically, like in the Japanese version, lets you choose to like boy or girl for both the player and the partner, whereas oh, that's it? Okay. But then like in the international version, it's for whatever reason they just removed that and just defaulted both you and the partner to male. Except the writing attempts to be gender neutral, but slips up a few times. Hi, Cyan. And that's like a thing that I would call it they fixed in Super, is that in Super they just never give you or your partner a gender at all, and they actually like do the gender neutral writing and don't slip up like they did in Gates. So end result is that you and your partner in Super can be whatever darn gender you want to be. Okay, what missions do I have? I've got 2 Where Am I's at Stormy Sea, that's good. Gonna check if I've got a Rebound Orb or if Kecleon's selling one. But I'm gonna do the Stormy Sea missions first. Yeah, I don't have any money right now, but I can go get some if you have anything I want to buy. And no, you don't. Nate, I know there is the cool or cute thing, but as far as I know, it only affects like the visible like gender differences. Like I think the only Pokemon this has any effect on is Pikachu and Torchic, because those are like the only 2 out of Super's 20 starters that have a gender difference. Yeah, basically what Ghost Shell said. Though I've heard like some localizations, like the German one, may basically force a head relationship, because it's like in the German ones the player is always male and the partner is always female. Oh yeah, Venusaur also has one. Forgot about Venusaurs. Alright, let's get some items. Let's get those rescue points. Alright. What are Macaron's moves anyway? I'll just take the HM with me. Well, I probably shouldn't until I have more Reviver Seeds. Okay. Let's just teach this to Macaron really fast then. We don't need Growl where we're going. Alright. And we're putting this back before I can lose it. Oh yeah, I forgot Meganium too. But you know, I never evolved my partner past Bayleaf, so... Well, there is that one spoiler, but like, that's a spoiler. I think I have to go pretty far into this dungeon for the... Yeah, starter second forms are really nice. Alright, Macaron's under the water. Bayleaf is such a good design. I love Bayleaf. And I love Bayleaf even more now that I associate Bayleaf with Pokemon Mishi Dungeon partner, who I associate with my real life partner. Oh, that's nice, Josie. That's always nice. Oh yeah, that's kind of what I like about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, is that because of the way the stats work, you don't even have, like, you can pretty much get away with never evolving your team if you don't want to, so like you can stay in the awesome middle forms, for example. I don't know, I'll have to disagree with that, Nate. I felt like the irrelevant NPC dialogue was some of the best in the game. It was like, generally really funny. Okay, Razor, that's... 1, that's wasteful, and 2, that's rude. Wait. Oh, Ace, I'm talking... What I mean is like that. Like that, basically, like... just the general idea of, like... having a partner that you really come to care about and stuff. Just... kind of like, just in that way, the... Pokemon Mystery Dungeon partners remind me of, like, how I feel about my real partner. Like, that's That's what I mean. I don't, like, literally mean, like, they're in the game. I can't believe I have to get to 23rd floor. I don't know, we'll just have to agree to disagree, Nate, because I felt like the fact that localization made a mistake on Wigglytuff is just like, well, their mistake is my game, because now I can say, so Pokemon can totally be gender fluid if they want to, go by different pronouns at different times in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon world. Place where not only can you be a magnificent, powerful creature, but also one where you can totally be gay. I know, like, I've taken advantage of the fact that you can save screenshots with Miiverse, just like saving some of my more favorite NPC dialogue. I felt they had a lot of fun with that, with the non-story dialogue in Super. It's amazing. Okay, Nate. I'm glad you're not, like, really mean about it like I know like some other in the Mystery Dungeon fan base have been. Okay, we definitely don't have to worry about PowerPoints for a bit. Oh. Oh no, I'm about to fall asleep. Do not worry, my team. I'm sure you can take on this seal. They're just waiting for me to wake up. It's so cute. What are these items? Alright, Gold Gummy. That one's good for psychic types. Macaron. Okay, we're gonna redo this. This time eat it! Wait, I think I can just make Macaron and use it from, yeah, there we go. Gosh. I remember there was this episode of the Pokemon anime I really liked because I felt like this one part where Team Rocket launched a piece of tape on a Grovile's mouth to prevent it from using Bullet Seed was really funny. So yeah, kind of imagine I just did that to get Razor to stop Bullet Seeding sleeping Pokemon. Because right now I have Razor's Bullet Seed turned off. That's for emergency use only, for when it's protecting our lives. The boss? Oh, the boss is Stormy Sea? Yeah, I think that was a previous stream Ghost Shell. Ooh. Okay, that's not an X-ray specs. Alright. Alright, Macaron. Headbutt's pretty good. You know, Disable's pretty situational considering like it's probably only really good on bosses. And since with regular Pokemon they'll kind of just go down too fast for Disable to really be worth the use. Okay, and I think the... Okay, 28, then 33. Might go over a bit. But that's alright. I know, like, so pretty much the rest of this stream is gonna be finishing these missions. And then Explorers of Sky at 11 Central, when we'll be when me and Snake will be on our expedition. And let's get this. Razor, open wide. Oh, I'm cringing. Okay. Macaron, we're counting on you. Alright. Revenge, Omastar. I guess I'll give myself the other person band for now. Razor, keep up the pace. Oh. Well, hopefully you get that Mudkip soon, Ghost Shell. I remember back when I got Omega Ruby, I wanted... Okay, those items look good. Let's switch to Macaron for this. Okay, that's not nearly as good as I hoped. But yeah, like, so anyway, like, what I was saying was, so I was soft resetting for, shiny Mudkip, because I didn't want to have to box my Mudkip, but I also wanted to have an all-shiny team, and so soft resetting the starter Mudkip was the only way to deal with this instead of just breeding a shiny Mudkip in X. And yeah, it took me months. Like, I think it wasn't until January that I finally got the... that I could finally start my Hoenn adventure. Well, my remake Hoenn adventure. Oh, that was 28, not 23. No. Well, I'm not a guy, Nate River. I'm trans girl, I'm just like... Well, vocal training's hard. That's about most I'll say about that. Alright. It's okay. It's like I'm always like first times like I get it. It's, oh, speaking of which, I need to switch in order to not die. Oh, Razor's frozen. Oh no. Well, I'm gonna eat this so I can let Macaron have the win. There we go. Ah, what was your accident, shiny Ghost Shell? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Josie. Yeah, I know, you've rescued me before. I have a reviver seed on me. It's just I don't like to use up reviver seeds. I'm kind of an item hoarder in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. If anything, it wasn't until like basically Super when I started to get less stingy about using items, just because the way Super is designed as a game is like they really emphasize, hey, you should use your items or you are going to faint. Like all the time you're pretty much destined the game is designed so that you'll be under-leveled for most of it, and so, like, it's essentially teaching you that in order to survive the post-game, you'll need to, like, not be stingy with items. Oh, that's a pretty neat random shiny. Don't worry, Macaron. Reinforcement is on the way. Help has arrived. Whoa, that's a pretty good trade, Ghost Shell. Hey. Don't think I don't see you doing that. Gonna use my last of my Iron Thorns on you. How dare you? Alright. Yeah, once like I've got like my team set in stone for Mystery Dungeon, I'm really protective of them. It's actually probably like why I like ultimately I didn't really do like I really did not have a good time in Zero Isle, because what kept happening is that despite all my precautions, my team would keep like dying on me, and it was like I didn't have the heart to keep experiencing that, like even though they're even though, like, you know, it's data, it's like, you know. Yeah, I've shiny bred Pokemon for my partner before, which took forever even with the shiny charm, cause RNG. I think one of the few times where I've had luck with shiny breeding was when I was breeding a Mawile to use in my future Omega Ruby team. And I got the shiny Mawile within like an hour. I've bred quite a few shinies. The ones I've bred for my partner were 2 Esper, 1 male, 1 female, and then a Furfrou. And I have a mission on this floor, so I better not go up those stairs yet. Nidoran, here we come! Oh yeah, also on my all-shiny Omega Ruby team is my Gardevoir, who I bred as a Ralts in Pokemon White 2. And that took forever. But I was like, back when Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 were new, I was like, well, I'm pretty sure they're going to remake the Hoenn games in Gen 5, so I want to do an all-shiny team, and so I'll breed this Ralts as like a future member of that team, and then the Gen 3 remakes turned out to be in Gen 6, but I still had the Ralts, so it's like, well, I guess I'll go through with the all-shiny team anyway. Sorry to hear that, Ghost Shell. Sorry, Kabutops, that will not be enough. Oh gosh, this is one of those floors, isn't it? Come on, Kabutops. Just go away. I'm trying to find the stairs. You're all ruining this stair experience. And like, if you played Mystery Dungeon and are looking at the map right now, you know what I mean by one of those floors. I don't really know the stats on any of my like the IVs of any of my shinies, but like just from the battle experience alone, like I think like my Mawile turned out pretty nice. Like my Mawile is like, she's the only time that I've ever like actually did any chain breeding for the purpose of getting egg moves that I wanted. And so, she's been one of the few Pokemon to keep the same moveset since birth. Like, I think she's the only Pokemon on any of my teams to have that distinction. No Kabutops, I don't have time for this. Alright. Yes, leveled up! We're almost done. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't think any of my Pokemon have anything close to perfect IVs. Like, what Pokemon am I looking for? Most egregious is my X-Team's Greninja, who has like, when I check the IVs with the IV checker, my Greninja has really poor IVs. Oh no. Macron, I think, can tank a few of those. And like, I think especially like my Greninja Eiffel, her speed is like, basically her speed IV is the lowest it can be. Which is like, well, dang, but I mean, on the other hand, Greninja as a species is so fast anyway, like that she's still the fastest Pokemon on my X team. But yeah, like, even so, oh wait, I have a rescue to do on this floor. Even so, I really like like I said, once I create a team, I get attached to them, so like, I wouldn't trade Eiffel for another Greninja. And that's a dead end. I know my Delphox has a perfect IV and it's in speed. And so it's kind of funny, like the one with the perfect IV and speed is still slower than the one with the worst IV and speed. Oh yeah, the hyper training. That'll be really interesting, because you can finally make the Pokemon you're attached to potentially competitive viable if you want. Alright, and we're done. We'll just go through the... receive our sweet not explore points, rescue team points. Thank you for rescuing me. Here's your reward. Ooh, definitely a day's well done. The promised heal seed. That was good work today. I should get some rest. Alright. So, I'm gonna take a break here, and when I get back, I'll start streaming Explorers of Sky, and thank you everyone for tuning in. And if you can't make it to Explorers of Sky, I hope your night is good, and yeah. Thank you everyone. I'll be back at 11 Central.